Hey y'all, how's it going? I'm Joy, that is Steve, and we are back with our NFL predictions versus for week 13.
Hey Joy, how's it going?
After week 12, I'm not sure anymore, to be honest. It was a rough week. It was a really good week for you though.
Yeah, absolutely there. Yeah, a little bit of a comeback for me. Hopefully it'll continue there.
Yeah, you got 3 games on John and I both in the records. So if you want to go ahead and detail those, I will pop those up on screen.
We'll start with you and John there. Obviously, both of you finish one one game under par there at 7-8 there, and as for me, luckily I finished at 10-5.
Yeah, those split games were delightful.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that brings us up to 118.61 and 1 for
Mm-hmm.
myself, 112.67 and 1 for John, and then 105.74 and 1 for Steve.
Yeah,
So that
only a
was,
7 game difference.
yep. And with, like we were talking about before recording,
Mm-hmm.
with the short season left to go, it's a
Mm-hmm.
good chance to make a decent comeback because these games are just absolute garbage.
True.
It's they're way too close to call.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't realizing it, but I was watching one of the post games on Sunday, and there's so many teams that are middle of the pack,
Mm-hmm.
like fighting for like a 500 record.
True.
It's bad.
And on top of that, they're also getting close to a wild card position there.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone's kind of fighting for wild card weekend at this point, and almost every team is eligible.
Hmm. Even the some of the sub 500 teams there.
Mm-hmm. Especially out in the East.
Yeah.
So, breaking down last week, what would be your regret of the week and game of
Okay.
the week, conversely?
Yeah. Let's see. My game of the week there is obviously the Packers beating the Rams there. Aaron Rodgers played well with 9 goals. So,
Yeah, yeah, that's true. He did play well. I was disappointed in the Rams'
mhm.
overall output, but it seemed like it was a pretty decent game.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. And my regret there. Let's see. Obviously, the the Giants beating the Eagles there.
Yeah,
That was,
that was a surprise.
yeah, true. I should have realized it was Michael Strahan day, and the Giants wouldn't lose on that day for them.
Uh huh. Yeah.
Mhm.
All the extra motivation they can get. Maybe he should just come around and be part of the cheer squad from now on. He'll help out.
Yeah, yeah,
Motivational speaker on staff.
yeah.
For, for me, I think my regret of the week is actually a tie between the Panthers and Dolphins game because this
Mhm.
is the second week in a row that I've trusted Cam Newton back with his old team, and it's the second week in a row that he's let me down. And I
Yeah.
should have just gone with Tua, and the Miami Dolphins are playing very well lately. And then
True.
also,
Mhm.
it's tied with what I'm calling also my game of the week of the Raiders and the Cowboys because I had a funny feeling that the Raiders were going to come in
Yeah.
and do
What
well.
one bad pass interference game cost the Cowboys the win there, basically.
Yeah, which again, given how they beat Detroit in the playoffs back during one of Caldwell's final years, I'm okay with that because it was the exact same penalty.
Hmm.
So I'm fine with that costing them the game to be honest because it's about time.
Hmm.
But that was also my game of the week because it was so close and they took it to overtime again and it was just a really good back and forth kind of battle the entire game.
Yeah.
So that was really fun. The rest of them kind of went as expected. They either went as expected or they were just miscalls. The Jets and Houston game. Congratulations, troll.
Yeah.
You got that one. Congrats. Yay.
Hmm.
And same to you, John.
Hmm.
I had a feeling that they were going to, but I was not about to go with the Jets. So we'll see if that changes for week 13.
Yeah.
If you're ready.
Ready? We'll start by announcing that this week we have 4 teams on the bye week there.
Mm-hmm.
They are Carolina Panthers with Cam Newton there.
Hmm.
Mayfield obviously needs some time to recover from his shoulder injury there,
Yep.
and Green Bay Packers obviously Aaron Rodgers needs to hopefully get his toe back in shape there.
Hopefully.
Yeah, and there obviously coming off a huge loss to Patriots there.
Yeah, they need the bye right about now. Pretty much all these teams do. They're all kind of banged up and could use the rest. So this came at a really, really good time for them. So we'll see if that helps them
Yeah,
for week 14. I think it will, but we'll see how they do. Cleveland, especially, considering who they're hosting in week 14, but that's getting ahead of ourselves. First things first,
yeah.
we have Thursday Night
We'll
Football.
discuss that next.
Yeah, we have Thursday Night Football on week 13, if you're ready to go.
Ready?
All right, we have the Cowboys at the Saints kicking off this blah week.
Yeah. Obviously, the Cowboys are a little decimated right now. They're obviously Coach McCarthy's down with the Pepsi protocol there, and we still don't know the status of Amari Cooper there, but his Pepsi protocol thing.
Yeah, they got hit by the illnesses pretty hard.
Hmm.
And I know people are going to probably say that's part of why they lost last week, but they just straight up
Yeah.
got beat. So
Yeah. Hmm. And the Saints there, we don't we are they're in the little bit of the unknown status there.
yeah, they're on a 4-game losing streak.
Yeah.
From what I remember when I was doing my research for this week upcoming.
Hmm.
So that's much unfortunate for us Saints fans. But the trouble that I'm finding is Kamara not being 100% and always being slated as questionable. So that's a concern coming into this week as well.
Yeah. Obviously there. Yeah, but hopefully first the Cowboys go. Hopefully Dan Quinn can pick 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 up the ball from Mike McCarthy there and coach him to win there. And I think by hook or crook, I think the Cowboys could beat the Saints there. That's my pick.
All right. I was kind of anticipating as much, so I'm going with a bit of an upset on this one, and I'm taking New Orleans.
Oh, okay.
I'm choosing to trust the home team on an upset. They have a 4-game lose streak, and they really have to get off the schneid eventually. So I figured going up against a banged up and rattled Cowboys team with their defense, I think that's a good, safe upset pick.
Okay.
And it really was too, because the percentages on the voting pool on the website that I use was like 65-35 going
Yeah.
towards Dallas. So I was like, oh boy.
Hmm.
So right off the bat, we already have our first split.
Okay. Hmm.
Great. That's gonna set a great tempo for the rest of the week. I'm scared now. All right, next up we have Tampa Bay Raiders going to the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah. Obviously, the Bucks come out that huge win against the Colts there. How they stopped Jonathan Taylor is beyond me there.
I don't know. I don't know, but
Yeah.
I'm happy that they did.
Yeah. Obviously, Jason Pierre-Paul stick Jason Pierre-Paul and Dom Kinsu on him there. That's probably what did it.
Sue. I've always loved Sue.
Yeah.
His play style and aggression was always something that I enjoyed. I miss him.
Hmm. Yeah. And obviously, Falcons being Jacksonville there. That was a no-brainer there. So
Yeah, that wasn't really much of a surprise.
yeah, true there.
It could have
But
been.
yeah, but this week I think they're in trouble there because obviously I expect the Bucks to dominate this game there. So I'm picking Brady and the Bucks over Matt Ryan and the Falcons.
Yeah, I think, as much as I would like to have Matt Ryan finally beat Tom Brady and kind of get that curse off of his back from the 28-3
Yeah,
issue,
yeah,
no, absolutely not. I'm
no,
taking the Bucks. Every Atlanta game is a trap. and this
Yeah.
is just a really foolish one to fall for.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna go ahead and play it safe on this one and take Brady.
Okay.
Next up, hopefully another gimme, in my opinion. We have the Bears, frick you, hosting Arizona.
Yeah. Obviously, the Bears coming off their big, huge Thanksgiving Day win over the Lions there. So sorry, Joy.
First of all, they won by 2. I wouldn't
Yeah.
exactly call it a huge, resounding victory. They
True.
beat a team of essentially rookies and freaking Jared Goff
Yeah.
by 2.
Yeah.
An future 0-16 and 1 team
Yeah. Obviously,
by
that
2.
ruined your Thanksgiving dinner.
No, no, not really. It was a decent day all around. I was disappointed in some of the Lions' play calling,
Yeah.
like running for it on 3rd and long. That's
Yeah.
questionable.
Hmm.
Seeing Swift go down with a shoulder injury also kind of sad.
Yeah.
But I would just again like to point out that the Bears beat Detroit by
Yeah.
2.
True.
Just putting
True.
that out there.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Obviously, obviously with your hashtag frick the Bears.
frick the Bears.
Yeah. And
All the way to Sunday.
yeah. And obviously, Arizona's going to probably have Kyler Murray back from injury there. So
I hope so.
yeah, so that's a bonus in their hat there. So
Yeah.
so obviously, I think we're going to be in agreement this week and take the Cardinals.
Yep. Goodbye, Bears photo.
Mm-hmm.
I think that even with Colt McCoy, the Cardinals would be beating Chicago in Chicago. Their
Yeah.
defense is strong enough to do so,
Mm-hmm.
and the Bears are going to finally face a team that's going to be able to outmatch them, and they'll get beat by more than just 2.
True.
So, carrying on, in a game that I hope is going to be a lot closer, we have the Chargers at Cincinnati.
Yeah. Right. Since the Bengals there, they all poor Big Ben and the Steelers there.
Mollywopped.
Yeah.
Straight up tattooed.
Yeah.
It was delightful. I loved watching that. I
Yeah.
feel, who I feel bad for is Najee Harris and TJ Watt,
Yeah.
because I really like those 2 players
Yeah.
and they got absolutely obliterated.
Yeah. True. And obviously, Chargers there, they couldn't beat the Broncos there.
Which I'm sad about, and that was in the running for my regret of the week because I should have known better.
Yeah.
Denver was at home and they were coming off the bye. They were obviously going to take that one. There was no way, but I really like the Chargers. I always have.
Yeah.
But
I was happy about that.
yeah, yeah, it was one of your good ones.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Thanks.
You're
Uh,
welcome.
yeah. I this week there, I don't expect another blowout game there, but it might be close. It might be about 7-10 points there, and I think the Bengals will come out on top over the Chargers.
Yeah, I agree. I do like the Chargers, but right now Cincinnati is a dangerous team to face, and they're good from the top down, really. So I'm going with the good old Tigers.
Yeah, so we're in agreement that one.
Yeah, unfortunately, because I do like the Chargers, but no,
Huh.
especially not on the road.
Yeah, true. There.
All right.
Obviously, when it comes to December, they always choke.
That's probably factually accurate, and I don't have any facts to back that up on the other side to argue that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm not the statistician, but John, help. Anyway,
John will probably message you there.
yeah. John is my resident statistician. So
Okay.
if I need a stat ran, he'll get on that.
Okay.
So shout out to you for helping out. All right. Next up, we have the Lions hosting the Vikings.
Yeah. Obviously, we discussed the Lions losing by 2 points to the to the Bears there.
Only by 2.
Yeah,
A rebuild team losing only by 2. I'm satisfied. I will take
yeah,
that.
yeah. But it won't be easy for the Lions this week because they have to play Kirk Cousins there and the
Who's not
Vikings
really
there.
even that good. He lost to San Francisco.
True. But
I'm still he's not that good.
yeah. But
And they're without Dalvin Cook, might I add. So it's
yeah.
really going to be all on Cousins.
But they still have the wide receiver Terrian, is it there?
Adam Thielen?
Thielen, that's what I meant there.
Yeah.
That's for the
Adam Thielen is a pretty good wideout. I don't mind him, but the problem is without a solid run game, there's going to be a lot more pressure on Kirk Cousins to perform, and given that he's not good, getting the ball to Thielen is going to be a bit more difficult because you're not going to be having all that good play action with a good threat
yeah.
behind the line of scrimmage. And I think that if you force him to beat you with his arm, he can't.
Yeah, but I think it's going to be easier for the Vikings there because they're playing the Lions who still haven't got a win this season there, and I think it's going to continue there. So my pick is Minnesota.
Yeah, I agree. The secondary for Detroit is still pretty banged up and just not all there. So while I don't think it's going to be an easy win for Minnesota, I do think that they're going to have an easier time winning than Detroit does. So
Yeah.
by that logic, unfortunately, I have to be smart, and my lead does not allow me to be a homer. So I'm also taking Minnesota.
Okay.
All right, next up we have the Broncos, who I should have trusted and didn't, traveling to Kansas City.
Yeah, they flexed it over to the Sunday night game there.
Oh, they
by the
did?
way.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
of course they'd flex it. Why didn't my schedule didn't show me that they flexed it? Oh,
Yeah.
they moved San Francisco and Seattle off of Sunday night.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, that's so rude.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry for that, John.
Okay.
All right, well, do you want to skip over that and come back to it then?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll add that out and process it.
All right, well, no, it's fine because I didn't know. I'm okay being dumb on camera. It's fine. Let's just go ahead and switch them then, and we'll go ahead and do San Francisco and Seattle then, if you're okay with that.
Yeah, that's fine. They're a late game there.
Yeah, let me go ahead and bop and bop. There we go.
Okay. Obviously, Niners there coming off a huge win last week there.
Yep, over the Vikings, aforementioned Vikings.
That we discussed there.
And then poor Seattle.
Seattle there. That was a rough one Monday night there against Russell Wilson there. I mean, against the Washington football team there.
Yeah. I mean, it may as well have been against Russell Wilson at that point.
Yeah.
With as bad as their offense was playing, it may as well have been against themselves.
Yeah.
I feel so bad for them because they have all that power and that star power with Lockett and Metcalf and Russell Wilson, but their O-line just can't protect anybody.
Yeah. But this week I'm playing a hunch there. I think this week they might do better at home there, and I think the Seahawks can upset the Niners.
Well then, I did not. I was slightly tempted to because I think that this is a good chance for an upset and a good rebound, but I had to play it safe and play it smart, so I took San Francisco.
Okay, so we have a split.
We do. I think that their defense is going to be strong enough to hold that really, really bad offense of Seattle in check. I think that Seattle's defense will keep them in play, so they're going to keep them in the game, but I don't think it's going to be enough to get them the win.
Okay.
All right, heading back up to where I was. All right, next up then on my list. Sorry to people at home for the mistake there, but my schedule didn't show that it flipped. But anyway, we have the Giants at Miami.
Okay, they're obviously the Giants there. They squeaked one out against the Eagles there.
Yeah, which was a bit of a surprise, but good for them.
Yeah.
This is the second week in a row that the Giants did surprise me.
Yeah.
because I was talking with Laura the day after or the night that they won. And then I looked back over the messages, and it was the exact same messages back to back weeks
Yeah.
about how nobody went with the Giants. So congrats on the win, but we didn't ever take them to actually pull it off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And obviously Miami's on a bit of a winning streak there, as we discussed earlier with Tua.
Mm-hmm. Which I'm happy with. So congrats to them.
Yeah. And I expect the winning streak to continue for them there, and I think the Dolphins can beat the Giants.
Yep,
That's my pick.
I agree. Fins up, especially given that they're at home. So,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean, really, the Giants are a good team for them to face right now at this juncture.
Yeah.
All right. Well, speaking of who the Giants just beat, this game is interesting, and I really hope that I'm wrong, which I don't say
Mm-hmm.
often. We have
Yeah.
the Eagles at the Jets.
Yeah. I don't know what happened to the Eagles last week there. I obviously I picked them, which was a huge regret there.
Yeah, yeah, that was a bit of a mistake, but again, nobody really thought that the Giants would do all that well, especially with the turmoil of them letting go of their offensive coordinator. But
Yeah.
apparently, I think they said Freddie Kitchens is calling the plays now. He's a
Yeah.
decent coordinator. He just can't coach.
Yeah. True. And obviously the Jets beating the Texans there. Congratulations to Troll and John there for picking that one.
Golf clap.
Yeah. Yeah. But I'm just to make them happy this week there. I'm going to pick up a little bit of an upset here. I think this week there the Jets there will make the Eagles lose for the second week in a row in the Meadowlands there. So my pick is the Jets.
Oh, God, right. It's back to back New York games. Oh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
I took Philly.
Oh.
Um, I really want the Jets to win just because I think it's funnier if they do.
Yeah.
But it's the Jets. I can't go with the Jets.
Yeah.
Not this year. I should, not have that kind of preconceived opinion on them and just go week to week, but it's really hard to do.
True. And if Troll and John are watching there and they pick the Jets there, hope, hope, hopefully they have my back this week.
Yeah, if Troll takes the Jets again, I'm, maybe I should just talk to him about every game that I predict ahead of
Yeah.
time because he gave me some really good advice a couple weeks back, and he's rarely wrong, so I should just use him as my sensei.
Yeah.
He's
You're
darn helpful at that.
lucky.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm kind of glad that he's not competing. Actually, I'd be terrified
Yeah.
if he was in the verses with us. My gosh,
Yeah.
there's always next year, but you scare me. So,
Yeah.
sir. All right. Well, speaking of, look at that. We have the Texans hosting the Colts.
Yeah. This one's a no-brainer there.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So you want to flick the switch on who we pick?
Yeah, we're going Colts, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
So it'll be a rebound game for him.
Yeah, I think it will. 'Cause, I mean, they didn't play horribly.
Yeah.
They only lost what? It was 38-31, so they put up 31 on Tampa, so they should be able to handle Houston pretty well.
Yeah. Yeah. No brainer.
Yep. Carrying on then, we have Washington at the Raiders. This game,
Yeah.
I don't like this game.
True there. I don't know how Washington scraped that one out against Seattle there.
If I may help John with this one, penalties.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
There.
there were penalties, and the refs chose basically to give Washington the game
Yeah,
by
yeah,
calling that penalty about the end of the
and
game.
yeah, and on top of that, there the Washington football team lost their field goal kicker there to injury.
Yeah, that's true. They lost their kicker,
Mm-hmm.
which is a bummer.
Yeah, true.
Not that my team would have any idea what that's like.
Yeah,
They lost Austin Siebert too.
yeah, and obviously the Raiders coming off that that shocking win in overtime against the Cowboys there.
Yeah, it was a really fun game. I don't think that score was as close as it is on paper.
Yeah.
They were outplaying them, and every bit that I watched of the game,
Yeah.
they were outplaying the Cowboys. So I don't really even know why it was as close as it was.
So I think this week Vegas at home will beat the Washington football team. That's my line.
Yeah, I agree. I like Washington. I like their QB a lot, but this year it was hard for them on defense, losing Chase Young especially. So I'm gonna go ahead and heart of the car and go ahead and trust Vegas here.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of my heart, we have Jacksonville at the Rams.
Yeah, this one's a no-brainer. So you want to lock in our pick there for the people?
Yeah, sure. We're taking Jacksonville, right?
No, I'm taking the Rams there.
Yeah, same. It's easy. I'm going with the Rams as well. They got embarrassed multiple times on national television. This is a game where they just get out their aggressions, especially on defense. So now Jacksonville is kind of playing fairly well, all things considered. Their record doesn't show it, but they're playing hard. So I think it's going to be more of a fight than the Rams are expecting. But no, I would be dumb.
And Josh Allen on defense there could be a little bit of a threat, but not this week against the Rams All-Star team there.
Yeah, freaking look. I said, and I believe we all said in my Discord server, after they signed Odell Beckham, we wanted them to lose out because of the star power.
Yeah.
And they're kind of on track to. So we'll see how it goes. But no, I'm going with them to win this one at least. Okay. At least this one. We'll see how the rest of it goes. All right, next up we have the always disappointing to me Baltimore Ravens going to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, obviously Pittsburgh got shellacked there.
Absolutely shellacked.
Yeah, their team's in turmoil right now.
Yeah, they're wow.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong. I don't know if Mike Tomlin can right the ship there or not there.
I don't know. I'm going to be interested if he stays on after Ben Roethlisberger retires. I'm going to be interested to see how he handles coaching without that QB. Like it'd be, I think, with the first year, right? Since he started there. So.
And obviously, if he can't, there he can always go to college there.
Yeah, I loved that soundbite though. Why are you asking me about college? I'm in the NFL. Why would I go back? It's like. Yeah. It's we have to ask. I mean, you've seen the coaching carousel of college recently with somebody turning in their resignation and then the next day they're somewhere else. So you never know.
True. But I think the Ravens will win, and that'll be my lock there. The Ravens over the Steelers.
Yeah, I agree. And let's hope that Lamar Jackson doesn't try to throw 4 interceptions this time.
True.
Just keep it on the ground, kid. All right, let's see. Now we got to go back to the other one.
Denver, Kansas City.
All right, yep. So Denver at Kansas City.
Yeah. So obviously the Broncos come off a huge win there against the Chargers, as we discussed earlier.
Yep, a huge win at home. Yeah. And then Kansas City is coming off the bye.
Yeah, true. Obviously, Chiefs fade the AFC West in their own hands there.
Yeah, having a division rival come in right off a bye, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah. So I imagine we'll be in agreement with this one there and pick the Chiefs.
Yeah, unlike the Denver game last week, I'm not going to go against the team that's at home fresh off the bye this time. It's the exact same situation. They're hosting a division rival fresh off the bye. So I'm not going to get fooled again, and I'm taking Kansas City.
There you go.
I still think that they're overrated, though. Sure. And until they beat a noteworthy team, that's going to continue to be my opinion. Much like with Baltimore.
Sure.
Which is going to be a fun matchup, seeing those two go at it again.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. My most hated game of the week is our Monday night affair
Okay.
with New England going to Buffalo. I
Yeah.
hate this game so much.
Yeah. Well, this one's going to be too tough to call there.
Hmm.
I like both teams there. Obviously, the Bills with Josh Allen and the Patriots with Mac Jones at helm there.
Hmm.
That's a quarterback shootout, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. And I think if it's going to come down to that, it's going to be about what QB can do more, like with
Right.
variety and different kind of weapons that they themselves can bring rather than the entire team. And I do think that Josh Allen offers more in that regard than Mac Jones does right now.
So,
But I don't know. I both hate and love this game because this can be a really fun one to watch. But
true.
predicting it is a pain.
Yeah. Obviously, game of the week there.
Oh yeah,
Right.
100%.
So I think this week I think I'm going to go with Bills at home there. By maybe about a field goal or less there, and they'll beat the Patriots. So.
Yeah, I unfortunately agree. John went with the Patriots because I didn't have the guts to. I was going to go with New England, but I couldn't do it.
Mhm.
I still think that they're going to win, to be honest. So I
Yeah.
do believe in my heart that I'm wrong on Buffalo, but I decided to play it safe and take the home team per my usual. And I'm agreeing with you that it's a quarterback matchup, and I would trust Josh Allen over Mac Jones at this point of his career. So there we have that. Let me go ahead and pop John's picks up on screen right there for comparison's sake. He and I only have one split, and that is the New England and Bills game. And then he agrees with you on, well, no. Yeah, he agrees with me on everything else. So he has all the splits with you that I do, plus the one with New England. So New England is an alone game for him.
Okay.
So that should be an interesting week. It is another week that I don't really like because all these games are so close together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it could be close in the few games there for us there. So
Yeah, it's going to be really close to call. So it's going to be interesting and it's going to be entertaining. And I
yeah,
hope that you guys are ready for another amazing week of NFL action.
true. And obviously right here, obviously you hit the like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell to when these videos come up.
Yep, all of that, as well as everything that's in the description. My links, John's links. Jonas will be down there. Hi.
I did.
Hi, Dino. We like Jonas in this house. Please don't yell at him. Anyway, all of the links will be down in the description. Let us know in the comments what you guys thought, what your picks are. Troll, go ahead and yell at me for being wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And we will catch you next week for week 14 of this 2021 NFL season.
Thank you all. See you later.